back, everybody. Mick Hayes here. That's Mick like Mick Jagger, Hayes like Isaac Hayes. And today we're dealing with the 2-5 lick, commonly in jazz referred to as the 2-5-1, but still easily employed over just a traditional 5-4. There's something to be said, first of all, before we jump into this one, that this one is truly about making sure you're in the right spot, along with the track, of course, but in the right spot of the neck to kind of drop these. The last thing you want to do is be up, and then realize you want to jump down for 2-5. The next thing is these have a tendency to kind of sound jump blues-ish. The first one kind of has a lot of variety to it. So, for the most part, I've kind of said this a number of times. These things, they all kind of look alike if you're studying patterns. So, for instance, we've talked about the blues extension there. We've talked about how that's just, a bunch of added notes to our blues pentatonic. We're adding the 9, we're adding the 6, and a major third. As we've been talking about earlier this week, we're mixing majors and minors. But again, the bulk of that looks like a minor shape, a D minor shape. Okay, so that just gives you a little bit of insight to kind of how I'm showing you this. So when we go up for the 2-5, and if you don't understand the 2-5 thing, I'll just explain it to you quickly. You're going to the 2 chord and then the 5 chord. Pretty simple. And then back to 1. Okay, so if you're playing your shuffle, whichever way you do, so 2-5. There are times it's 2 sharp 5-5. You'll hear sounds a little more jumpy. We're going to start on that 6 note, slide in a whole step, and resolve to that 9 note. And again, you can do any kind of movement you want there. And that's just a chromatic walk down. End it how you want. The next one, I struggle. It's kind of hokey. But there are times I'll do it just for a twist of the ear. If I've been blowing, pentatonic solo after pentatonic solo, and I want to do something that's kind of ear twisty, kind of hokey, almost cartoonish, I usually do this one just for fun, and it may kind of raise an eyebrow when you're looking at the crowd and everyone kind of chuckles a little bit, but same start. And then resolve to that. So that's kind of a pedal tone. Again, chromatic all the way down. Again, you can end it a number of ways. Kind of probably what I do, and speed kind of has something to do with that. If it's a really fast shuffle, I won't grab this one. That's about top speed for me with that one. And then lastly, excuse me, same thing with kind of a double stop thing. But again, for me, I upstroke that one usually just for effect. And again, using that 6 a lot. And then I'll grab those 2 together, which kind of, come from the 7 or come from the diminished, depending on which way you want to look at that. But I'll grab those just because they're right nearby. So. And you can close out these licks all different ways. For me, it's kind of the approach to stepping into it, and here's what I'm going to do, and then here's how I'm going to end it. So it's the same thing. Another way of going around it, but I still went in. want you to see, though, the important part is the 2, in my opinion. It's the sound of that. And then when it hits the 5, you can do anything you're used to doing. And then for the other one, kind of hokey, but like I said, I think I probably got that off of like an old 78. Like it's just got that old kind of vibe. It's very almost show tuning. And then the third one. So let me just emphasize one more time, this is about placement. You got to make sure you're in the right place. It's almost like, like when you get that awkward handshake, it's like, are we fist bumping? Are we hugging? It's like you just want to be in the right spot to execute it. That, I think, personally will take the most amount of time. Study the licks, all 3 of them, get them to where you're comfortable with them, then put on the backing track that I've created for you guys here, or any backing track for that matter, in the key of A, and try executing each of them properly when the turnaround comes up. Even though there's not a 2-5 in the changes, you can still play through and cause the listener to hear a 2-5. And then lastly, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I can't get over how fast this thing is growing. It's exciting for me. I appreciate all the comments. Nothing you say falls on deaf ears, or as I've been joking about, blind eyes, because I'm reading them in text message. But a lot of great suggestions. I'm just going to concentrate right now on showing you guys what I already know. And then there's just so much coming up in the future. So please, if you haven't subscribed already, I ask that you do so. And then stick around, because we got another video coming tomorrow. Thanks, guys, so much.